Good evening, everybody. It's been a long day here, and thanks everyone for still sitting here to listen to my presentation. And well, thanks for the organizer of Bloconomics. It's really a great event, and I'm going to share about the missing part of cryptocurrency investment. So before that, let me do some introduction about myself. I'm Kevin. I'm the partner and the co-founder of MICA Fund. And what MICA Fund actually doing, we do invest. And from very beginning, we bought many, we are quite an early investor in cryptocurrency, so we think that we can help the blockchain community. So we find some quality project and try to invest in it. And why we come to Malaysia, and many friends of here told me that there's quite great momentum in Malaysia, so we come here to find more quality projects and try to find out if there's any cooperation opportunities. And MICA Fund was different from MICA with other crypto funds, and we try to pull in more traditional investors into this field because we think that only in the blockchain field, only crypto funds and crypto investors is not enough. We need to bring more traditional capital into this field to make this field have more fun. And yes, we want to find more funds actually, and we are going to do some help some ICO to do some advisory project. And now we are focused on finding some already established project here, and we'll do some focus on like reverse ICO advisory. What is reverse ICO? Maybe someone is asking about it. That is when some project already established their user base, they already got the project here, and they already have a fine product, and they want to go back to do some ICO and put some focus in blockchain or using tokens. We can help them out to do so. And other we have as a fund and advisory company, we will also give out some reports to our investors and suggest them what to invest. And I'm talking about the missing part of crypto investment, right? So what's the missing part? Actually, very simple, it's money. But now, many people here actually know that the crypto is in a bear market. We just have a very big fall this week, and yeah, and many people telling me that, wow, should I just sell my crypto or get in more? And this is the major problem of cryptocurrency in this field. We can see that if we refer to some traditional forex pairs like USD and Euro, and with the Bitcoin check of volatility, we can find that when Euro against USD just have 5% volatility over the 6 years, but Bitcoin actually got 3 to 90% of volatility. And yes, we just experienced nearly 80% fall from the highest point last year to this week, earlier this week, and that's very terrible for many investors. But yeah, I asked many of my friends and other investors to get into buy crypto, and they're asking me, hey, any solution for now? Crypto is not, when crypto is going up, and what should I do now? Is there still any strategy for me when I'm holding crypto, I don't want to sell now? Is there any strategy for me to have my more capital gain? Yes, so we come for a workaround. We are launching our MICA index. What is MICA index? And if everyone here hear about ETF, it's quite a similar thing. But we don't part with fiat dollars, we don't part with USD, we accept cryptocurrency. In this moment, we accept ETH because it's the easiest part for everyone to invest, because we use smart contract technology to accept funds. And when you got some ETH now, I think some people here got it, and maybe you're crying about the big fall down to from $1,000 to $200. We make that ETF an option for you. So what is the characteristic of our MICA index? Well, this is one of our backtracking portfolio with our strategy. It's very simple. we just keep buying and rebalancing for tracing the top 10 capitalization of crypto. That's if you find that in CoinMarketCap, the top 10, we just buy it and rebalance it when it's something changed and changing the weights of that. And from the graph in the top part, we can see that there's some investment about the blue line is what we backtrack from the last of the year, and from BTC, ETH, and other crypto index, we found that our strategy is quite successful from the back test. So we are quite confident about we are going to launch this part can actually park every asset to make it at least not saying that earning very much, but actually you can refer to the graph below that. The volatility is actually quite low, and is when it's in the bear market, we can see that there's still some earning momentum in our ETF. So actually, we're launching this service in next week, and we're targeting some retail investor and some more maybe high-profile investor to try about this index fund, and we are now open. So if you got any interest about this index, you can find, we got a booth out there, you can ask us. And then let's come to the second part about, well, you talk about investment, it should be something ICO. As a fund, we invest many in ICO actually, but many people know that it's a bear market now. And when you invest in ICO, many tokens just go under their value, and many people don't want to invest in it. And when we compare about traditional investment and with ICOs, we can see that this trend is changing actually. When in the last year from 2017 in Q2, we see that ICO actually raised more in the early stage than the traditional funding. But when it comes to this year, you see that equity investment is actually greater than ICO. So what this means that many funds don't prefer to invest in ICO, and they go back to the equity. So what's the problem about ICO actually? Because everybody sitting here, I think, know the reason that the return for tokens and ICO is declining. And with some interesting figures from ICO rating, actually I give them their credits because this report is from them. The problem is we found that out of 61, only 61 out of 827 projects got listed on ICO. That's around just 7% of it. What's the problem? So when you buy a token, the only way you can do is to sell it on an exchange to get profit. But if only 7 of it get listed on exchange, that means you can liquidate your holdings. That's a very big problem for many investors. And when we find that many ICO comes out this year, you'll find that only 55% of 55% of ICO failed to complete their crowdfunding. So what are our strategy about that? So we launched we got a media broadcast, so we got a new branding about broadcast rating. We want to put more focus on ICO to get better ICO up there, and so we use some methodology to rate ICO, because many rating agencies in the market actually use their focus on business model, but we better focus on some methodology and focus on the token value of the project. So we are trying to make more difference in the ICO rating. And the last commercial for this alliance, because I'm working quite deeply in this GITAS, Global ICO Transparency Alliance. And what this alliance do? Actually, this alliance focus on minimum disclosure of many ICO projects. They want the project to disclose as many information as possible on their platform. What's important? Because many projects now, they just disclose minimum information, maybe just about their team. Is their team correct? Or they just got a white paper? Or what are they doing? Actually, are they really doing things? We don't know. So the purpose of GitHub is to ask them to disclose as many information as possible to the platform. And now actually, many blockchain associations around the world has support this platform, including some like Hong Kong Blockchain Association, Korean Blockchain Association, and from Thailand Blockchain Association, and many other parties we are talking to now. So if you got an ICO project, you're an investor or you're an exchange and want to know about the standard of GitHub, well, welcome to come to find me. Okay, I just make it short, and we got a booth out there. If you got an ICO project or you want to collaborate with us and need some exposure of your project, you're welcome to come to find me. Thank you.